Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to do a quick review, if I can do anything quick, right? That would be, boy, there is a God. But I want to do a quick review on Meguiar's D166 Ultra Polishing Wax. It's their all-in-one. It's from their Professional Choice line. They also had years ago, they still have it, I think it's called their, what is that pink stuff? And I like it, especially on gel coats and boats and stuff. Is it their, boy, I can't remember what it's called, perfecting cream or something like that. I can't remember. It's the pink stuff, comes in the gallon jug. Meguiar's about a year ago, I want to say, maybe it's even been a little bit longer than that, came out with their Ultra Polishing Wax, D166. It's their all-in-one. What I have is a Honda panel. It happens to be black. When we're working with Honda paint, you'll hear a lot of professional detailers sometimes say, Honda paints tend to be soft. Well, as a general rule, if you want to look at it that way, sometimes Honda paint can be soft. But we also have to remember a lot more Hondas are being made here in the United States. What I have noticed in my professional career is that some Hondas that are made here in the United States will have harder clear coats than their traditional brother, if you will, coming from Japan. So I don't really know where this Honda panel came from. Was it actually made in Japan, or was it a car that was actually manufactured here in the United States? I don't know that. But it'll be interesting to see if it's soft or hard. Why do I bring that up? Because I want to see if D166 on Honda paint with a long throw polisher and a medium cut orange pad, sometimes what can happen, even with an all-in-one, you can get some buffer trails on soft paint. You can also create holograms. A lot of people say to me, Scott, I thought holograms only come when you use a rotary and a twisted wool pad. Well, yes, that will happen quite a bit, but you can also create holograms on very, very soft black paint if you're working with a long throw or even a small throw dual action polisher, depending on the pad and the polish that you're using. Let me bring you in and show you the condition of the paint. It's not that great, folks. This came out of a junkyard. Hopefully we can kind of see some of the surface defects if I cock this camera on an angle. There's all sorts of nasty stuff on here. There's some marring, some scratches. I want to see what this stuff does as far as just restoring shining gloss, helping us with pulling off some of those surface defects from the paint. Hold on a second, folks. So sorry to do this to you. Let me set you down and let me see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is take this long throw polisher by Griot's, their Boss system. I'm going to take D166. Let me shake it up real quick. And I'm going to do about 5 section passes over the paint. I'm going to tell you what the lubrication is like during that buffing cycle. What is the dusting like? What is the wipe off like? And let me see what happens here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 4 pea-sized drops on this pad. These are Texas-sized peas. They might be a little bit bigger than where you come from. But let me go in here, tap this product out. When I use this long throw polisher by Griot's, their Boss system, their G15, I'm going to run it on speed 5. I'm going to apply no pressure. And I'm also going to do those 5 section passes relatively slow. That's not typically how I use an all-in-one as a professional, but let's see what this stuff can do. All right, so I've got the product spread out. I'm going to turn up to speed 5 on this long throw, 5 section passes, and then I'll get back to you in a minute. right, that was about 5 section passes there. Hopefully I'm right. Let me go ahead. Right now I see no dusting at all with the product. I will say this, around the 5 section pass, one of the reasons why I stopped is that it wants to start to give up the ghost. It's one of the things I don't like about Meguiar's D166. Please do not let this discourage you. As a mobile detailer, sometimes I'm not working in the most ideal situations. I have to work in the sunlight. D166 is not my first choice for a really good all-in-one. That does not mean you can't get nice results with it. But after about 5 section passes, boy, the lubrication within it kind of drops off quite a bit. But right now I'm not having any dusting. Let me check wipe off with this. The wipe off is a dream, really easy to remove. In fact, Meguiar's kind of says that you can polish the whole car and don't wipe it off, but wipe it off when you're done. Okay, here's another recommendation. Be very careful doing that, folks. If you're working in direct sunlight, D166, if you polish the whole vehicle, then come back and wipe off, you can have an issue, but those are in extreme cases. Let me go ahead and pull up the tape line, and let's see if we have any dramatic difference between the polished and unpolished side. I can see it live. Really, really nice change here. I've got some nice shining gloss. Did I get everything off this paint? God, no. There's some really nasty defects on this paint. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've been able to do. And I'll bring you in and we'll take a look. Here is the panel that I polished. And watch when we come over the tape line. You should be able to see the tape line pretty easily. There's the tape line right there. There's some nasty stuff on the panel that's going to be hard to remove. But if we come back in where I polished, it dramatically, I'll be careful with that word, it reduced it by 40 or 50%. But the shining gloss, if we come over here, the paint kind of looks dull. You can see the clouds in the background here, even though it's a cloudy day. Then if we come over here, really nice, real nice shining gloss, very easy to work with. D166 leaves some type of, I want to call it kind of like a hybrid sealant behind. It's got a mixture of synthetic polymer, silicone, and carnauba. So it's kind of a hybrid that it leaves behind. The protection is okay for an all-in-one. I have no complaint with that. My only issue is lack of lubrication if you really want to work it for a long time. I know there's a lot of guys that like to do that with an all-in-one. You might see Meguiar's D166 kind of be difficult doing that. But no dusting, easy wipe off. And if I look at the tape line again, you guys can see that dramatic difference, right? Looks nice. And this is a very, very trash panel. If we look here, you can see that defect, that scratch, that mar. And if we come back in over the tape line where I polished, I was able to reduce it, boy, at least by 40 or 50%. That could be nice for somebody. Hopefully your car doesn't look like this. But that can be really nice to be able to just restore shining gloss, pick up some light defects on somebody's paint really, really fast. Yes, I did slow arm movements. I typically do 3 to 4 passes with an all-in-one just to kind of pick up light defects, restore shining gloss, but you can work it slow if you want. Love you guys. Hopefully that helps you out. A little review on D166. Not my first choice, but certainly can get the job done. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.